I'm Olivia Bailey, and if you're seeing me right now, you're probably watching EHCtv on Comcast Cable. Or you might be listening to WEHC 90.7. Whether you're seeing or hearing me right now, I'm glad you're tuned in. My guest today is junior softball player Cortney Halsey. Cortney, thank you for being on the set today.
Thank you for having me.
And knowing you as a person, I know that you're pretty passionate about everything you do. So we're going to talk about a couple of things today. We're going to talk about softball. We're going to talk about some of your experiences here on Emory and Henry's campus. So let's start with the softball aspect of it, and we'll move into everything else. Softball, your passion. How did you get your start playing softball?
I started playing when I was in first grade. I was really interested. I did dance, I did everything, but as far as sports, softball was definitely my favorite from day one. My dad was extremely involved with me, and to have that father-daughter bonding was amazing. When I was about a junior in high school, sophomore, I started playing travel ball in Roanoke, and that took up a lot of my time, but it was amazing getting to travel to all these different places, play against all these different teams, and still be able to be involved with everything else I was involved with in high school. And also, too, my senior year of high school, I tore my ACL and was unable to play. So I got to, at that point in my life, see a coaching aspect because I was able to be taken outside the game and see the exterior and also see the interior from a coaching perspective. And again, it's very passionate. I'm very passionate about it, and I'm so thankful that I'm able to play at Emory and Henry College.
Is there a specific time that you can remember in your life, whether it was playing travel ball, whether it was in high school, now at Emory and Henry, that you kind of know that softball is what you're supposed to do?
Honestly, it was my injury. It was that time when I was taking off the field, and I realized, you know, this is what I need to do. This is where my passion truly lies, because I think it's at our weakest point that we realize our true strengths. And at that point, I knew that me playing college softball was something I just desired more than anything, because you know, being taken off the field and being able to watch my other teammates, you know, have success, I was saying, you know, I have to work twice as hard to be able to play college ball, and also like twice as hard just for my teammates who are coming in who I don't even know, and to be on the same page and to working towards just specific goals that we are working towards now. And even when I was a freshman, at that point, that's when I knew that this was a passion that I wanted to continue in the collegiate level.
And so you're pretty local, about an hour away in Grayson County. How did you end up at Emory and Henry playing college softball?
Well, when I was in 7th grade, I actually came here for a basketball camp, and which is interesting now that I'm playing softball here. But Emory has always been very close to me as far as coming here for camps. I was here for choir, and it seems that I was being brought to Emory for everything other than softball. And then when I did have the injury, I came here for a scholarship day, and I was able to meet with coaches and all these different wonderful people. And despite me not being my best, Emory and Henry gave me its best. And I think that's what ultimately led to the decision to come to Emory, because even to now, I'm able to be the best me, even after being accepted and being here for 3 years.
So now being on the team for 3 years, as a junior, you're now kind of a leader on that team. What do you feel like your role is on this team?
I've been very blessed to be nominated as a captain, and with our 2 other seniors, Cortney and Ashley Ebersol, I feel as though I am able to be kind of a foundation of our program. Our coach, Sarah Schoenhoff, has been here for 2 years now, and it takes a long time to establish a program, but I feel like we are on the brink of something much greater. So I feel as though we're getting great opportunities, we're going to have great moments, and I hope that I can be, as a leader, pushing and striving our teammates and making sure we're all on the same page, that we are all working towards those great opportunities and having those great moments. And that may be being number 1 in the ODAC, being ODAC champions, but ultimately it's making the best team possible. So I'm trying to be the best leader, the best coordinator I can possibly be for my team.
And you talk about some of these great moments, some great statistics too on this team. At one point in time, this team was ranked nationally for home runs hit. And I know in the off season that you were training with Coach Schoenhoff, to getting in some intensive training. What led up to this team being so successful this year? Maybe not in the win-loss column per se, but just working together as a team and achieving some of these individual goals.
Honestly, it has been our freshman class coming in. Granted, as a team, we've all worked towards working with CrossFit and everything else, which has been extremely strenuous as far as workouts. But our freshmen coming in with the mentality that they want to be on the same page with us, that they're not cared where we're ranked in the ODAC. They want to be the best they can possibly be. And coming in so strong, I know we have Hannah Bays and Taylor Doss and even Caitlin Pruitt, who have all hit home runs this season as freshmen. That's pretty remarkable. Also, Taylor Banner coming in pitching-wise. It's absolutely amazing to see what this freshman class has brought, not only on the field, but leadership on the field and in the classroom.
And Cortney, I want to transition a little bit before this interview does end. You hold a number of larger positions on this campus rather than just being a softball player. You are a student. You do hold some significant positions both in SGA and as orientation. And I know those are two things that you're definitely passionate about. We do have SGA presidential and vice presidential elections coming up. What's been your role in SGA so far, and what are you doing to plan for this next year?
Well, this is my first year being involved with SGA. Mark Robinson was probably the first person that got me interested in that. And I'm currently holding two positions. I am Senate Clerk and Elections Officer. And my role leading up to elections is helping prepare the candidates for the upcoming debate, as well as making sure that applications are coming in. And we're working right now to hopefully get electronic voting for this year's election, which is something new, and just ultimately making sure this is as smooth as possible and transitioning to the next year.
And how do you feel like this position or these two positions on SGA have helped you as a student and as a leader on this campus?
I've definitely been able to see the inner workings of the college and seeing what great student leadership we actually have in Emory-Henry. I've been able to work with orientation and kind of see the initial process of a person having a spark and igniting their love through Emory-Henry, and been able to see so many students come together and work in the Senate and establish new organizations, and really watch the inner workings of this college come together, and especially with the administration and working with them and learning how people are really trying to make prominent change here at Emory College. It's absolutely remarkable to be a part of that process.
And Cortney, one thing that I do admire about you is just your passion and love for the students that come in, and just greeting them with orientation. What are the plans for you in this year's orientation?
I am beyond excited for this year. I have been honored to receive the head position as head chair, and I am so excited to, create new leaders that come onto campus. It's amazing just what sparks they have, and that I'm able to be a process in that. And this year's theme, we're set sail with Emory-Henry College, and our symbolism is an anchor. And as orientation leaders, we hope that our students succeed and are successful, and ultimately we won't let you sink. And that's our motto going into this year, and we definitely want to transition that to our students and hopefully help Emory-Henry to continue to increase in excellence.
Well, after everything that you do, I mean, it just seems like everything is just piled on, and you're so positive about everything. But is there a struggle anywhere in all of this?
Saying no, but ultimately, I deserve to give Emory-Henry all that I have, because it's given me its best from day one. And yes, I am overcommitted, but when you're passionate about a place and a place that's giving you so much love, why not be?
Absolutely. And Cortney, I think I share some of that same idea. Saying no is sometimes difficult around this place. But Cortney, thank you so much for joining me, telling me about your story in the softball team. And I wish you all the best of luck as a team, but also in your endeavors that are coming up for the summer.
Thank you again for having me.
Thank you. You've been listening to this sports interview from Emory-Henry Reports on EHCtv. You can find us on Comcast Cable, channels 70 and 95, each Wednesday and Thursday night at 7. Thanks for joining me, Olivia Bailey, for this sports interview.